Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and tonight, we're going to talk about Renew Your Vows issue number 3. In this issue, there's really nothing to really poke at, so this is actually just going to be nothing but a recap, and also just a little bit of some stuff that I can actually point out. Well, anyways, side note, it turns out that Regrint here actually was in 4 comic books before Renew Your Vows. That's going to be something interesting to actually look into eventually. But anyways, we enter with Regrint wanting Spidey. And apparently he made sure with some of the doctors is that he's able to handle the powers of Spider-Man. And in this exact instance, it just proves that Spider-Man is very, very special. Yeah, apparently his collection of all the superheroes is meaningless without Spider-Man. That is really, really wow. Well, anyways, we go to Spidey now, and Spidey is actually with the Tinkerer for some business. Apparently, the Tinkerer actually helped him out in the first place of creating the inhibitor chips that he put in the inhibitor bracelets that he created. So, apparently, the Tinkerer was happy that Spider-Man came to him. He had the inhibitor chips. He was glad to get rid of Spider-Man, but as soon as Spider-Man is now back, he does give him the inhibitor chips, and Spider-Man, I think, actually gives him money. So, he does come back for the inhibitor chips. He gives them to him, but it was actually a double cross. He has just signaled the Sinister Six to come to his place. So, Dr. Ock is very, very cocky as usual. He's very, very cocky. As you guys can see, Dr. Ock actually is completely different. Instead of being like what he was in Amazing Spider-Man before his death, yeah, with the whole robotic bodysuit, instead he just replaced his arms, replaced his legs, which, sure, why not? While this is all is happening, we have Sandman, who is a part of S.H.I.E.L.D., watching the Sinister Six from afar, along with Spider-Man. This is something very, very interesting. For people who don't know, and I remember checking this out when Sandman was coming out in Spider-Man 3, is that Sandman, during 2007, like in that line, Sandman got bitten by Venom, and his venomous bite actually kind of killed him in a way. He was so weak he wasn't able to turn himself into a humanoid form. Instead, he was actually laying on a beach. And before that, we had Sandman, who actually changed sides and became a superhero. But he was screwed over by Dr. Ock, who wanted him back. And Dr. Ock actually brainwashed him and turned him back into a bad guy. So, while looking at this, I think that part never happened. So, he was never brainwashed and turned evil again. So, somehow, Sandman was able to save his butt, which I think chances are what happened was when Regrint came, that was maybe in the same exact parallel timeline where he was actually a good guy, and this was close to the part of where Dr. Ock actually was about to brainwash him and turn him back evil. Let's continue on. Of course, we do one side note is that Mockingbird and Nick Fury. So Mockingbird actually survived, and Nick Fury, we don't know if that actually is the Nick Fury of 616 or Nick Fury of the Ultimates, but chances are I bet it could be a mixture of both, or it could just be another version of 616 Nick Fury. Black Spidey's back has a different symbol. That's one thing I just noticed, is that he has a different symbol. Previously, we actually went... Alright, so we had the issue before this one that actually said for a rainy day she saved the suit. I did have a look back, and that was actually, the same time where Venom actually scared the crap out of MJ. Peter actually burned his black suit. Yeah, he actually burned the black suit. He threw it in the fireplace and burned it. Previously, I said he threw it in the trash can, and that's how she was able to get it. But in this case, no. Instead, he actually threw it in the fireplace, which burned it. Which also brings the question of when Back in Black happened, was that just a replacement or an extra black suit or what? That's a good question. I still have to check out Back in Black because maybe that has the different symbol just like in this one. And if so, then we have a match and I'll try to piece that together. If not, then I'm going to lead to the fact of MJ actually, before everything went to an end, or before, I'm just going to say this, MJ most likely created the black suit that we see today. Maybe. She actually created a black suit. She actually came over her fear, made the black suit with the, yeah, so just in case she doesn't be truly afraid of Peter, is that the back of it is different, which makes sense. So she won't be able to mistake him as Venom because, well, during she was making it, Venom was still alive. So to have that suit, she actually made sure that the back was different. So when she's like, Peter, is that you? Turn your back. And if he does turn his back, and it shows that insignia, then she knows that's Peter. If he doesn't turn his back at all, or he turns his back and it's the same icon on the front, then she'll freak out and most likely will call Peter or something. Well, anyways, that's just something, and plus, I guess, continuity error. Maybe they just weren't sticklers in the whole, oh, wait, the black suit has an icon on the back as well. But anyways, I'm going to drop it and continue on with the story. So like I said, Dr. Ock replaced his limbs with metal, but he's not like his 616 self before death, like I said. So this is what happened. Spider-Man broke an arm off. He actually broke his arm off. Dr. Ock still mocks, and he says that, well, there's no police anymore. There's nothing you can do because the police are non-existent. Bad guys rule. And because of that, Dr. Ock got beaten close to death, apparently. Yeah, Spider-Man actually is like, you know what? You're telling the truth. Might as well beat the crap out of you and make sure that you can't even come to my doorway and block it. So he beats him close to death. Wow. Well, anyways, Kraven made an observation, just like a lion looking for his cub. He's afraid for it. So Kraven created a plan. He now has a plan. J. Jonah Jameson now has a news station, a news channel. I don't know. I guess he did have a news channel, but on the other hand, if you look at Ultimate Spider-Man, he has a news channel. So I don't know what to say on this one. But anyways, J. Jonah Jameson was slamming Spider-Man yet again. Like, after all this time of no Spider-Man, you would technically wish that maybe he would actually get in the role of Spider-Man Reigns, J. Jonah Jameson. The fact that he's like, dude, the world is so bad. Yeah, I would figure he actually would be crazy enough to be like, man, the world is so bad. But of course, in Spider-Man Reign, Peter Parker dropped everything, from what I think. From what I've kind of assumed, is that he dropped everything because when Spider-Man Reign happened, J. Jonah Jameson gave him a box, which include a camera and a mask, a Spider-Man mask. So yeah, different circumstances. Well, anyways, MJ decides to tell Anna the story of Spider-Man, every single part of it. But of course, there's like two things she lied about. She lied about why he stopped being Spider-Man by saying there's no particular reason, which of course we all know that there is so many reasons why he quit being Spider-Man, which I guess Anna only knows about this time where he disappeared and then he reappeared, and she found out that that's her dad. But on the other hand, yeah, there was like other cases where we knew why he quit being Spider-Man, but he had to pick it up again. I would say, if I had to count, I would say maybe 2 times he actually quit being Spider-Man, and then, well, actually 3 times, because I kind of forgot the whole identity crisis. So yeah, it's like 3 plus. Well, anyways, next is the lies on the scoreboard of Spider-Man, saying he never lost. It's kind of like what happens in the animated series, the Armored Spider-Man. The fact that he's like, I never lose. Yeah. Oh, it's just like that one. But anyways, Regret puts out a screening at Anna's school because he just got wiser to the fact of Spidey has a kid. And chances are, all he got to do is just find a kid. And if not, well, we have a plan B, apparently, thanks to Mysterio. So they go to the checkout. The scans were fooled. The inhibitor bracelets actually works. The Sinister Six finds a powered individual, a kid, a mutant apparently, who actually just developed his powers. Congratulations, kid. Congratulations. So Spider-Man is put in this tough spot, which apparently a hero is needed in the world, so he decided to help the kid. Yeah, he tries to save the kid, and now you just basically have 5 of the Sinister Six. Hobgoblin, well, actually, you have 4 of them because Mysterio is checking out some stuff in his base to find out which family's missing. So you have Hobgoblin, Craven, Vulture, and Shocker. And of course, I have to say props to Mysterio because he figured out that the Parker family is the main target. He figured all of this out. So, yeah, you have Craven who's on the ball now, and you have Mysterio who's on the ball. That's interesting. But anyways, MJ and Anna are taken away. Secretly, I bet it's actually S.H.I.E.L.D. who's took them away. That's my idea. Yeah, Rick Grant is not taking them away. He's not taking anyone. Yes, thanks to Sandman, I bet S.H.I.E.L.D. actually came to the rescue disguised as Rick Grant forces, and they're saved. But of course, Spider-Man is captured. He's captured by Craven, who is holding him, and Shocker, who's about to blast him. As for Dr. Ock, I do have to mention that since he's not here, could he actually be dead? I mean, I said he was beaten to death, but I didn't know. Yeah, beaten close to death, but I didn't know he actually beat him to death. So that's just an interesting question that's gonna happen. That needs to be answered. Is Dr. Ock dead? Well, it's the second person on his kill list. I mean, Venom's dead now. So, I guess it doesn't really matter on how many people he kills because he already killed his first person. The story itself is very, very interesting. The black suit, I have yet to actually understand where it came from, where its origin, but I bet chances are someone out there knows. And if not, then it's just an interesting variant that I bet MJ created. I gave you a good example of why she created it. So, that most likely is what's going on. I do want to know, where's Black Cat? That's kind of what I'd like to know, is where's Black Cat in all this? But anyways, I'm gonna web out. Tell me what you guys think of this whole entire issue. Down below, there's lots of reviews that actually cover it better than I do, chances are. Or, you can actually check out this link where it has the whole entire comic, and you can actually enjoy the comic for yourself. Of course, I will advise people to, if you enjoy this series, definitely go get it. I most likely will get it when the hardcover copy comes out. So anyways, I'm out. Peace.